Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm glad you're here today. I'm excited to introduce our presentation titled, How to Become a Freemason, Joining the Freemasons, a Step-by-Step Guide. On this journey, we will explore the key steps involved in becoming a Freemason, from understanding the basics to the application process. We'll also touch on the values and traditions that make Freemasonry a unique and respected organization. So, stay with me as we uncover the path to membership and what it truly means to join this historic fraternity. Let's get started. Welcome to our look into Freemasonry. Today, we'll explore what it truly means to be part of this ancient fraternity. First, we'll discuss the eligibility requirements, what it takes to join, which generally includes believing in a higher power, having good moral character, and being of lawful age. Then, we'll dive into the Masonic experience itself, what members typically go through and what they gain from it. Next, we'll talk about the initiation process, how new members are introduced and gradually introduced to the core principles of Freemasonry. We'll also explore the symbols and teachings that form the foundation of the fraternity, tools, signs, and lessons that carry deep meaning. We'll examine the benefits of membership, personal growth, lifelong friendships, and a sense of purpose. At the same time, it's important to address some common misconceptions, like misunderstandings about secrecy or conspiracy theories, that often cloud the true nature of Freemasonry. We'll also touch on the challenges new members might face, adjusting to the culture, understanding the rituals, and finding their place within the community. And finally, we'll look at how members can continue their journey through ongoing learning, service, and leadership within the lodge. Throughout this presentation, I hope to give you a clear, honest picture of Freemasonry's core values and what makes it a meaningful part of many people's lives. Welcome to our exploration of Freemasonry. On this slide, we'll start with the basics. Freemasonry is one of the oldest and most widespread fraternal organizations in the world. It's often surrounded by mystery, but at its core, it's about brotherhood, moral development, and community service. Freemasonry traces its roots back several centuries, evolving from the stonemason guilds of medieval Europe. Today, it's less about building walls and more about building character and connections among its members. The key points to understand are its principles of integrity, charity, and truth. Members strive to become better individuals while supporting their communities. Throughout this presentation, you'll see how these core ideas tie into the broader themes of tradition, secrecy, and influence. Freemasonry isn't just about history, it's about values that continue to shape its members and, indirectly, society at large. So, what exactly is Freemasonry? Well, it's a fraternal organization that focuses on helping its members grow morally and personally. It has deep roots in ancient customs and traditions, and at its core, it emphasizes values like brotherhood, charity, and integrity. Essentially, it provides a structured path for self-improvement and encourages members to serve their communities. Historically, Freemasonry started in Europe during the late 1500s and early 1600s, evolving from local guilds of stonemasons who built cathedrals and castles. Over time, it transformed into a broader organization that champions moral and ethical development. Its principles are heavily influenced by Enlightenment ideals, values like reason, fraternity, and community service. At its heart, Freemasonry is built on the principles of brotherhood, charity, and integrity. It encourages personal growth, moral integrity, and fostering a sense of belonging. Plus, it inspires members to contribute positively to society, making a real difference in the world around them. So, in essence, Freemasonry is about building better individuals and, through them, a better society. So, let's talk about why many people choose to join Freemasonry and what they find valuable in the organization. First, personal growth and development are at the heart of what we do. Freemasonry encourages members to focus on moral development, self-reflection, and lifelong learning. It's about becoming a better person, not just for oneself, but also for the community around us. Members are supported in pursuing knowledge, developing leadership skills, and practicing ethical behavior, which ultimately helps enhance their character and brings a sense of personal fulfillment. Next, there's the strong sense of community and brotherhood that Freemasonry offers. It's more than just a network. It's a support system built on mutual friendship and shared values. This connection enriches our lives and helps strengthen local communities. By fostering these bonds, we promote charity, camaraderie, and a sense of belonging among diverse individuals who are united by common principles. And then, there's the emphasis on charitable activities. Freemasonry really encourages a spirit of giving and community support. Members participate in various philanthropic initiatives, whether it's helping those in need or supporting local projects. This commitment to charity isn't just about giving. It reflects core values like brotherhood, compassion, and social responsibility. It's about making a positive impact, both within our communities and in the lives of others. So, in summary, Freemasonry is about fostering personal growth, building strong communities, and making a difference through charity. All of these elements come together to create a meaningful and fulfilling experience for our members, aligned with the larger goal of making the world a better place. Now, let's take a closer look at the eligibility requirements. These criteria are essential because they determine who can participate and benefit from this program. First, we need to consider basic qualifications, such as age, residency, or employment status, depending on the specific program. It's important to note that these requirements are designed to ensure that the resources go to those who genuinely qualify and need support. Next, there might be income thresholds or other financial criteria. These help us target assistance to those most in need. Sometimes, there are also specific experience or skill requirements, especially if the program involves training or professional development. Connecting this to our overall theme, understanding these eligibility points helps us identify the right candidates and ensures the program's success. So, if you're considering applying or recommending someone, make sure all these key requirements are met to avoid any surprises later on. Now, let's take a closer look at the basic criteria for becoming a member of Freemasonry. First, age and gender limitations are important. Most lodges require candidates to be at least 18 years old, though some may have a higher minimum age. Traditionally, membership has been limited to males, but in recent years, some jurisdictions have started to accept women or even establish co-ed lodges, reflecting how society's norms are evolving. Next, belief in a supreme being is a core requirement. This isn't about specific religious practices, but rather a shared acknowledgement of a higher power. It emphasizes the organization's focus on moral integrity and spiritual values, fostering a sense of unity among members regardless of their individual faiths. Finally, good character and reputation are essential. Applicants should demonstrate honesty, integrity, and respect within their communities. A positive reputation shows that they embody the values of Freemasonry and that they'll contribute positively to the lodge's traditions and principles. So these criteria, age, beliefs, and character, are designed to ensure that members uphold the organization's core values and help maintain its integrity and reputation. Now, let's talk about the process of joining the Freemasons, starting with finding a lodge. First, candidates need to identify a local lodge that resonates with their personal values and beliefs. It's important to choose a lodge where you feel comfortable and aligned with their principles. Once you've found a suitable lodge, the next step is initiating contact. This usually means reaching out to the lodge, attending a few meetings as a guest, and learning more about what Freemasonry stands for. To actually start the application process, there are some basic eligibility requirements. You need to be at least 18 years old, believe in a higher power or a supreme being, and have a good moral character. Often, a current member of the lodge will recommend you, which helps demonstrate your sincerity and commitment. Before officially becoming a member, you'll also undergo a background check. This is a thorough review of your character, beliefs, and legal history. It's designed to ensure that candidates uphold the values of integrity, community service, and personal responsibility that Freemasonry emphasizes. Overall, the application process is about more than just meeting criteria. It's about showing your genuine interest in becoming part of a brotherhood that values moral uprightness, personal growth, and service to others. Now, let's explore what we mean by the Masonic experience. When we talk about this, we're really referring to the journey that members undertake within the fraternity. It's not just about attending meetings or completing rituals. It's about personal growth, brotherhood, and the pursuit of moral and ethical development. The Masonic experience is designed to be transformative, helping individuals become better versions of themselves through shared values and symbolic teachings. It's a blend of tradition, symbolism, and community that creates a unique environment for learning and self-discovery. Most importantly, this experience connects to the broader theme of our presentation: how fraternal organizations, like Masonry, serve as catalysts for personal and societal betterment. It's about fostering a sense of purpose, responsibility, and connection that extends beyond the lodge room into everyday life. So, when we talk about the Masonic experience, think of it as a journey, one that's deeply rooted in history, but also very much relevant today as a path for growth and positive influence. When you're starting your journey as a candidate, you can expect the initial meetings to be quite welcoming and informal. These sessions are designed to introduce you to the fraternity, so you'll likely engage in casual conversations and learn about the basic principles that guide Freemasonry. The goal here is to build a sense of trust and rapport among members, giving you a clearer understanding of our values and traditions. It's a great opportunity to ask questions and get a feel for the brotherhood. As you move forward, you'll find that mentorship plays a vital role. Existing members are committed to supporting you every step of the way. They'll guide you through the rituals and help you understand the deeper meaning behind them. This support is crucial in fostering a sense of belonging, making sure you feel encouraged and confident throughout your journey. Now, when it comes to joining rituals, these are truly meaningful and symbolic experiences. They are designed not just as ceremonies, but as lessons in morality, personal growth, and community. During these rituals, you might take oaths and participate in shared experiences that reinforce the bonds of brotherhood. These moments are powerful and memorable, emphasizing the core values of respect, integrity, and brotherhood that are central to Freemasonry. Overall, as a candidate, you can expect a supportive environment, meaningful ceremonies, and opportunities to connect deeply with others. These experiences are all aimed at helping you grow personally and morally, aligning with the larger purpose of our fraternity. Now, let's talk about active participation in lodge activities. Regular meetings are really the backbone of our fraternity. They aren't just about checking a box. They're crucial for building camaraderie and supporting personal growth. During these gatherings, we engage in ritual practices that deepen our understanding of Masonic principles, and we also discuss lodge business to keep everything running smoothly. Plus, we have educational discussions that broaden our knowledge and perspective. When members actively participate, it creates a stronger bond among us and helps us truly live the values we stand for. Moving on to social events and gatherings, these are more than just fun occasions. They're vital for fostering a sense of brotherhood. When we come together socially, it strengthens our community ties and enriches the overall Masonic experience. These events give us opportunities to make personal connections, network, and engage with each other in a more informal setting. It's through these interactions that our bonds grow deeper, reinforcing the support system that makes our lodge special. Finally, community service projects are a key part of our active involvement. They exemplify our commitment to charity and support outside the lodge walls. Participating in these initiatives not only helps our local communities, but also fosters teamwork and camaraderie among members. It's a practical way to put our values into action, showing that brotherhood isn't just about us, but about making a positive difference in the lives of others. When we actively serve, we reinforce the core principles of brotherhood, charity, and service that are at the heart of Freemasonry. Now, let's dive into the initiation process. This is a crucial phase because it sets the foundation for everything that follows. Essentially, it involves identifying the project's purpose and defining its scope, which helps ensure everyone is on the same page from the start. During this stage, we also establish key stakeholders and gather their expectations, which is vital for maintaining alignment throughout the project. Another important aspect is developing a clear project charter or plan. This document acts as a roadmap, outlining objectives, resources, timelines, and responsibilities. It's like setting the GPS for the project's journey, helping us navigate challenges along the way. Connecting this to the overall theme, the initiation process is all about laying a strong groundwork, making sure we understand what we're aiming for and how we plan to get there. It's the first step in ensuring the project's success by setting clear, achievable goals from the beginning. Now, let's take a closer look at the overview of the initiation degrees in Freemasonry. Starting with the Entered Apprentice degree, this is really the first step in the journey. It symbolizes a candidate's initiation into our fraternity and is all about laying the foundation. Here, the focus is on moral teachings, self-improvement, and understanding the core values of brotherhood. It's about personal growth and grasping the fundamental principles that underpin Masonry. Moving on to the Fellowcraft degree, this represents the second stage. It's centered around knowledge and understanding. This stage emphasizes the importance of education, moral development, and seeking wisdom. It encourages initiates to delve deeper into the traditions and teachings, aiming for a greater understanding and enlightenment within the Masonic tradition. Finally, the Master Mason degree is the culmination of the initiation process. It highlights moral integrity, brotherhood, and personal growth more profoundly. This degree grants access to deeper allegorical meanings and reinforces a member's commitment to our values. It also opens the door to further rights and responsibilities within the fraternity, emphasizing that our journey of learning and service continues. These degrees together form a progressive path, guiding us through moral and spiritual development, and connecting each step to the broader theme of self-improvement and brotherhood that runs throughout Freemasonry. Now, let's explore the significance of the ceremony of initiation in Freemasonry. Rituals like this are essential because they help us uphold our traditions, create a sense of belonging, and teach important moral lessons. This ceremony marks a major life transition, reinforcing core values such as integrity and brotherhood. It also binds members together through shared experiences and a collective identity, which is truly at the heart of our fraternity. Moving on to the symbols involved in the initiation, these are rich with meaning. For example, the square and compasses are not just tools. They represent morality and the importance of balancing our spiritual and material lives. The blindfold often used during the ceremony symbolizes ignorance, reminding us of the journey toward knowledge and enlightenment. The 3 steps symbolize personal growth and the path we walk within Freemasonry, guiding us toward greater understanding. Finally, the initiation is more than just a ritual. It's a pivotal personal milestone. It prompts new members to reflect on their moral values and their commitment to the community. During this process, they vow to uphold the principles of Freemasonry, fostering an enduring dedication to integrity, support, and moral development. This commitment shapes their journey within our fraternity and beyond, emphasizing the importance of personal growth and collective brotherhood. Now, let's take a closer look at Freemasonry's symbols and teachings. These symbols are more than just images. They serve as visual representations of deeper moral and philosophical lessons. For example, the square and compass are perhaps the most recognizable symbols. They teach us about balance, morality, and the importance of building a solid character. The square symbolizes virtue and moral integrity, while the compass reminds us to keep our passions in check and to reach out to others with kindness. Other symbols, like the all-seeing eye or the level, also carry profound meanings, highlighting the pursuit of enlightenment and equality. What's important to understand is that these symbols are not just decorative. They're tools for reflection, encouraging members to embody the virtues and teachings that underpin Freemasonry. In the broader context of this presentation, these symbols reinforce the idea that Freemasonry is about personal growth, moral development, and universal brotherhood. They serve as constant reminders of the values that guide Freemasons in their everyday lives. Now, let's explore some of the common symbols used in Freemasonry and what they represent. First, we have the square and compass. These are perhaps the most recognizable symbols in Freemasonry. The square symbolizes morality and integrity, acting uprightly and honestly in all aspects of life. The compass, on the other hand, encourages us to practice self-restraint and to pursue personal growth within moral boundaries. Together, they remind us to balance our earthly pursuits with our spiritual responsibilities. Moving on, we have the level and plumb line. The level teaches us about equality, treating everyone fairly and without bias. It's a symbol that reminds us that all members are equal in the eyes of the fraternity. The plumb line signifies moral uprightness and personal integrity, urging us to ensure that our actions align with ethical standards. Both tools emphasize the importance of sincerity and consistency in living our values. Lastly, we come to the all-seeing eye. This symbol represents divine providence, the watchful eye of a higher power overseeing our actions. It encourages us to practice moral integrity and self-reflection, knowing that our deeds are always observed. The all-seeing eye reminds us that striving for higher moral values is not just personal, but also spiritual, guiding us toward wisdom and virtue. These symbols, collectively, underscore the core principles of Freemasonry: morality, equality, and divine guidance. They serve as visual reminders of the virtues we aim to embody in our daily lives and within our fraternity. Let's take a closer look at some of the key lessons we can draw from Masonic teachings. First, integrity and ethics form the very foundation of who we are. Freemasonry emphasizes that living with honesty, trustworthiness, and accountability isn't just about personal virtue. It's about shaping our character and how we are perceived by others. When we uphold these values, we not only enhance our own reputation, but also strengthen the bonds within our community and our fraternity. Next, the principles of brotherhood and respect are central to our interactions. Freemasonry encourages us to foster genuine connections with one another, built on mutual support and understanding. This spirit of camaraderie helps us appreciate diverse perspectives and creates a harmonious environment where everyone can grow personally and collectively. Finally, community engagement is a vital aspect of our teachings. Through charitable work and ethical conduct, we're encouraged to actively support local initiatives. This not only deepens our sense of brotherhood, but also allows us to make a tangible difference in society. At its core, these efforts reflect values like integrity, compassion, and teamwork, values that are integral to our shared journey and to the broader purpose of Freemasonry. Now, let's take a closer look at the benefits of membership. Being part of this organization offers a range of advantages that can really support your growth and success. First, members gain access to exclusive resources and industry insights that aren't available to the general public. This means you stay ahead of the curve and are well informed about the latest trends and best practices. Additionally, membership provides valuable networking opportunities. Connecting with other professionals can open doors to collaborations, mentorship, and new business prospects. Building a strong network is often key to advancing in your career or business. Another important benefit is professional development. Members often have access to specialized training, workshops, and events that help you sharpen your skills and expand your expertise. This ongoing learning can make a real difference in staying competitive. Finally, being part of this community also offers credibility and recognition. It signals to clients, partners, and peers that you are committed to your profession and uphold high standards. So, in essence, membership isn't just about joining a group. It's about gaining tools, connections, and credibility that can truly elevate your work and contribute to your overall success within the industry. Now, let's take a look at how personal development is a core benefit of being a Freemason. One of the key areas is leadership skills. As members, we take on structured roles and responsibilities that really help us build confidence, improve our communication, and sharpen our decision-making abilities. It's a supportive environment where we can grow personally, and those skills often extend beyond the lodge into our communities and workplaces. Another important aspect is public speaking and confidence. Regularly participating in presentations and discussions within the lodge gives us a safe space to practice articulating our thoughts clearly. Over time, This boosts our confidence and enhances our communication skills, which benefits us both personally and professionally. And finally, the Freemasons provide ongoing opportunities for lifelong learning. Through structured programs, mentorship, and workshops, we're encouraged to keep growing, developing critical thinking, leadership, and personal skills. It's all about creating a culture of continuous self-improvement and knowledge sharing, which aligns perfectly with the overall theme of personal growth and community service that runs through everything we do. Networking opportunities are a fundamental benefit of being a Freemason. When you're part of this organization, you gain access to a diverse network of individuals from various backgrounds and professions. It's not just about meeting people, it's about sharing knowledge, skills, and experiences that can truly enrich your personal and professional life. These connections often lead to lasting friendships and valuable relationships that extend far beyond the lodge itself. Building strong connections through Freemasonry means opening doors to mentorship, collaboration, and shared resources. These relationships can support you in your career growth and personal development, providing a support system that lasts a lifetime. And it's not just about professional success. These bonds are rooted in shared values and mutual support. Engaging in community service and participating in regular lodge meetings helps foster deep friendships and camaraderie. Over time, these relationships become a network of loyal friends who are there to encourage and assist you through life's various challenges and milestones. So, in the context of this presentation, remember that Freemasonry isn't just about rituals or traditions. It's also about building meaningful, lifelong connections that can truly enhance your journey in many ways. Let's take a moment to address some of the common misconceptions about Freemasonry. Many people think that Freemasons are involved in secret rituals or hidden agendas, but in reality, it's more about personal growth and community service. Another misconception is that Freemasons are a secret society that influences world events from behind the scenes. However, Freemasonry is quite transparent about its values, like integrity, charity, and brotherhood, and it encourages members to be active and positive in their communities. Some also believe that Freemasonry is only for a certain social class or exclusive to a particular group. But in truth, it welcomes men from all walks of life who share its core principles. Understanding these misconceptions helps us see Freemasonry in a clearer light. It's really about self-improvement and making a difference, rather than anything secretive or sinister. This connects back to our overall theme, which is to demystify what Freemasonry truly stands for and to highlight its positive contributions to society. Let's take a moment to address some common myths about Freemasonry and clarify what it's really about. First, you might have heard that Freemasonry is secretive, but actually, it's more about privacy. Members do keep certain aspects of their activities discreet, but they are quite open about their values, charitable work, and the principles they stand for. It's important to understand that privacy doesn't mean secrecy or wrongdoing. It's about respecting personal boundaries while still embracing transparency where it counts. Next, there's often confusion about the relationship between Freemasonry and religion. I want to be clear, Freemasonry is not a religion itself. It doesn't require anyone to give up their faith or beliefs. Instead, it promotes moral development and personal growth. What's key here is that it respects the diversity of religious backgrounds among its members. It encourages dialogue and understanding, fostering unity rather than division. It's about shared values, not dogma. And finally, regarding politics, Freemasonry maintains strict neutrality. Members are free to hold their own political beliefs, but the organization itself does not endorse any party or agenda. This neutrality helps create a space where members can come together without political divisions getting in the way. It's all about cultivating brotherhood and mutual respect, regardless of personal political views. So these points, privacy over secrecy, respect for all faiths, and political neutrality, are core to understanding what Freemasonry truly is. They help dispel misconceptions and highlight its true purpose, fostering moral integrity, unity, and community. Now, let's talk about clarifying roles and responsibilities within Freemasonry. There's a common misconception that Freemasonry demands absolute secrecy or that it's only for the elite. But in reality, it's much more about personal growth, giving back to the community, and supporting each other regardless of background. It really emphasizes individual responsibility and acting ethically in our daily lives. When we look at the structure, Grand Lodges are the main governing bodies in each jurisdiction. They oversee local lodges, set standards, and ensure that traditions are upheld. Think of them as the guiding authority that helps maintain unity and ensures everyone is on the same page in their Masonic journey. And it's important to remember, Freemasonry isn't about secrecy or exclusivity. Instead, it promotes accountability and moral conduct. Freemasons are actively involved in charitable activities and uphold moral values that benefit not just fellow members, but the entire community. So, at its core, Freemasonry is about fostering responsibility, integrity, and community service. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the common challenges faced by new members. When someone joins a new organization or team, they often encounter a variety of hurdles. These can include feeling overwhelmed by unfamiliar processes or expectations, which can make it hard to find their footing initially. Another challenge is building relationships. Forming connections with colleagues or team members takes time and effort, especially in a new environment. Additionally, new members might struggle with understanding the organization's culture and how things get done around here. This can lead to uncertainty about how to contribute effectively. It's also common for newcomers to experience self-doubt or hesitation, questioning whether they're meeting expectations or fitting in. Recognizing these challenges is crucial because it helps us develop better onboarding programs and support systems. By addressing these issues, we can make the transition smoother, boost confidence, and ultimately help new members become valuable contributors more quickly. This ties back to our overall theme of fostering an inclusive, supportive environment where everyone can thrive from the start. Navigating early experiences in Freemasonry can be both exciting and a little overwhelming. One of the first challenges new members often face is understanding the culture of the organization. Freemasonry has a rich history filled with complex rituals, long-standing traditions, and core values that might be unfamiliar at first. It's important to approach these with patience and an open mind, because truly engaging with the culture helps you feel more connected and integrated into the fraternity. Another key area is integrating into lodge activities. This can sometimes be tricky, especially when it comes to understanding social dynamics or building relationships with more established members. Feelings of isolation are common initially, but active participation and honest communication are your best tools. By stepping in, asking questions, and showing genuine interest, you'll find yourself forming meaningful bonds and feeling more welcomed. And of course, balancing your time is essential. Juggling Masonic duties alongside personal life and professional responsibilities can be challenging. Finding the right balance is crucial, not only to remain engaged and fulfilled within Freemasonry, but also to ensure you're managing your outside commitments effectively. It's all about prioritizing and planning so that your involvement remains rewarding without becoming overwhelming. Ultimately, these early experiences shape your journey in Freemasonry. Embracing patience, open-mindedness, active participation, and good time management will help you navigate these initial challenges and fully enjoy the brotherhood and growth that the organization offers. Now, let's talk about overcoming some of the common barriers that new members often encounter. It's natural to have fears and doubts when stepping into something new. Sometimes, misconceptions about secrecy or exclusivity can create a sense of hesitation. But the good news is, these concerns can be addressed through open dialogue and transparency. When we're honest and clear about what we do and why, it helps demystify the organization and builds trust. Creating a supportive environment encourages participation and boosts confidence, making the journey more welcoming. Next, many new members face uncertainty or hesitation about their involvement. That's where seeking support from mentors becomes so valuable. Mentors can guide you through the process, answer your questions, and offer reassurance. They help foster a sense of belonging, making the transitions smoother. Having someone to lean on can really make a difference in how confidently you navigate your path within Freemasonry. Finally, let's talk about commitment. Balancing personal growth with the responsibilities of meetings, rituals, and community service can seem overwhelming at first. But embracing these commitments is actually what deepens your understanding of Masonic principles. It's through active participation that you build meaningful connections and gain the full benefits of your journey. Ultimately, dedication to growth not only enhances your experience, but also enriches the collective experience of the lodge. So the key takeaway here is that honesty, support, and commitment are crucial in overcoming barriers. When we address fears openly, seek guidance when needed, and embrace our responsibilities, we pave the way for a fulfilling and transformative experience. Now, as we look at this slide, continuing your journey in Freemasonry, I want to emphasize that becoming a Mason is just the beginning. It's about ongoing growth, learning, and service. Freemasonry encourages us to keep refining ourselves, to seek wisdom, and to deepen our understanding of the principles we value. It's a lifelong journey, not a destination. This journey involves active participation, attending meetings, engaging with fellow members, and applying our values in everyday life. It's about building character, fostering brotherhood, and contributing positively to our communities. Remember, the core concepts of integrity, charity, and brotherly love are not just ideals. They are guides for how we continue to evolve as Masons. This ongoing development connects us to the larger purpose of Freemasonry, to make ourselves better and, in turn, make the world better. So keep that spirit alive. Stay curious, stay committed, and continue to walk that path of enlightenment and service. That's how the journey in Freemasonry truly unfolds. Now, let's look at the opportunities for advancement within Freemasonry. One of the key pathways is through higher degrees, such as the Scottish Rite and York Rite. These advanced degrees offer members a chance to delve deeper into Masonic knowledge, take on leadership roles, and engage actively in community service. Participating in these degrees not only fosters personal growth, but also strengthens brotherhood and provides opportunities to contribute to philanthropic and educational initiatives. Beyond degrees, Freemasonry is rich with learning opportunities. We have mentorship programs, educational workshops, seminars, and a variety of resources, everything from literature to online materials, designed to help members expand their understanding and skills. This continuous learning promotes personal development and a richer grasp of our core principles. And of course, taking on leadership roles is a vital part of our growth within the fraternity. Whether it's leading a project, organizing events, or mentoring newer members, these roles help develop valuable skills like public speaking, teamwork, and project management. Not only does this enhance individual confidence and abilities, but it also amplifies our collective impact and fosters a strong sense of camaraderie and fulfillment among members. Overall, these opportunities for advancement are about more than personal achievement. They're about strengthening our brotherhood, enriching our knowledge, and making a positive difference in our communities. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on what it truly means to embrace the lifelong commitment that Freemasonry encourages. It's about more than just a moment in time. It's a dedication to continuous personal growth, living ethically, and actively serving our communities. Freemasonry inspires us to keep learning throughout our lives, fostering meaningful relationships along the way. It's about upholding core principles like honesty, integrity, and compassion as we walk this shared journey together. At its heart, the philosophy instills a strong sense of duty toward community service. As members, we don't just focus inward, we actively participate in charitable initiatives that promote goodwill and support those in need. This ongoing commitment to philanthropy doesn't just help others, it also helps us grow personally. It deepens our connections and enriches our Masonic experience, creating a ripple effect of positive impact throughout society. Sharing knowledge is another vital aspect of Freemasonry. Mentoring new members and engaging in open discussions fosters lifelong learning. It's about passing down values, strengthening bonds of brotherhood, and ensuring that the legacy of Freemasonry continues to thrive. Ultimately, this lifelong dedication to growth, service, and knowledge helps us fulfill our purpose as Masons and contributes to a better world for all. And that brings us to the conclusion. Throughout this presentation, we've explored the key concepts and strategies that are essential for success. What's most important to remember is how these ideas connect to the overall theme of growth and innovation. By understanding the core principles and applying them thoughtfully, we can make meaningful progress. So, I encourage you to take these insights and consider how they can be integrated into your own work. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to seeing how you put these concepts into action. Let's take a moment to recap the journey we've explored today. Becoming a Freemason is not just about joining an organization. It's about understanding its core values, finding the right lodge that resonates with you, and expressing genuine interest. From there, the process involves submitting an application and undergoing a thorough vetting to ensure commitment and integrity. Each step along the way is designed to foster personal growth and reinforce a commitment to the principles that define Freemasonry. Now, stepping into the benefits of membership, joining the Freemasons offers more than just personal development. It creates a strong sense of community, where lifelong friendships are formed. Members experience moral and ethical growth, have access to charitable opportunities, and become part of a supportive network that enriches their lives and the lives of others. Embracing these values isn't just about individual benefit, it's about leaving a meaningful legacy. And importantly, continuing engagement is vital. Regular participation in meetings and events not only deepens our connections, but also strengthens the bonds of brotherhood. It keeps us aligned with the core values of charity, personal growth, and community service. This ongoing involvement ensures that our experience remains meaningful and impactful, both for ourselves and for the wider community we serve. Now, as you consider taking the next step towards joining the Freemasons, it's important to find a lodge that truly resonates with your values and interests. This means doing some research on local groups, attending public events, and reaching out to current members. These connections will give you a better understanding of what the lodge stands for and help you feel welcomed into the community. Engaging with existing members is a vital part of your journey. Building relationships through conversations and shared experiences not only fosters camaraderie, but also provides valuable insights into Masonic values and traditions. It helps demystify the organization and makes the whole process more approachable. So, don't hesitate to attend local meetings or events. These interactions are your opportunity to build genuine connections and gain first-hand experience. Embracing the Masonic path is about more than just joining. It's about personal growth, community involvement, and upholding values like brotherhood and integrity. Taking this next step invites you into a transformative journey, one that can enrich your life and those around you through shared experiences and collective wisdom. Remember, this is a process of discovery and connection. By actively engaging and embracing the path, you're opening yourself up to meaningful personal development and a lifelong network of brotherhood. Thank you all for being here today. As we wrap up, I want to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude for your support and collaboration throughout this journey. Your engagement and insights have been truly invaluable in shaping the success of the Masonic Audiobook Library project. Today's presentation was really about sharing our vision and progress, but more than that, it's about the community we've built together. I appreciate every contribution, whether big or small, because it's those collective efforts that make this initiative meaningful. Again, thank you for your time, your enthusiasm, and your ongoing support. It's been a pleasure working with you all, and I look forward to continuing this collaboration in the future. Wishing you all the best, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.